Hello, good evening. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining me again tonight. My name is Cassandra Pickett, and I'm coming all the way from the Small Business Network, episode 212. And I am your TV radio personality. My name, once again, is Cassandra Pickett from the Small Business Network, and I'm coming all the way from the Greensboro, North Carolina. And this is episode 212. Hashtag, if you want to come back and see this live again, hashtag live, hashtag replay. But what I wanted to come and talk to you about today was doors. Having those doors open, closing those doors, just doors. Did you know the doors are an entry point, entry and exit point? And when I was thinking about this, I'm going to make sure that I keep this just, real short and sweet. But we probably have to revisit this again. And I just come up with these topics, right? And when I do, I basically like to share them. So when it's talked about doors, basically a door is a noun, a usually swinging or sliding barrier by which an entry is closed and open. It's a piece of furniture. That's what it says. A means of access or participation, opportunity. And that's what doors mean. So it's the entry point, it's the exit point. But I'm talking about the doors in your life at this point. We all have many doors. Like at the hotel, they have the swinging door, the revolving door. At the hospital door, they have a door that you slide, that you go in. You have a door to your home where you basically have a key, let yourself in, right? But the doors that I'm giving you that synopsis, but really just talking about how we open doors and leave these doors open in our life, and when they come back and they talk to us. I've been reading. I actually go to Powerhouse of Deliverance, Garden Cathedral, and my pastor is named Bishop W. Washington, and basically, I've been reading his book, Closing Doors to the Echoes of Your Past, and you can take a look at it if you like. I'm not here to basically say, you need to purchase this book, anything like that. The this topic came way of my last couple of topics. Basically, hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, Marlene. We had to talk later. Um, basically, when I was talking about goals, and then I came back and I talked about time. Now I'm talking about doors, opportunities. I mean, doors is a gateway. I mean, here again, it's the entry and it's the exit point. It can be negative or it can be positive. But when I was reading this book, I got to thinking about different things in my life. And different things in my life is when I have allowed a door to remain open that it should have closed, or I should have closed, should have locked, sealed it, right? Um, but when I say there's different doors, you have doors to prisons, you have doors to a job, which is, you have different doors, and different doors are symbolic to your life. You don't have to be locked up in, behind bars physically, right? You can have it in your mind. There are doors that's in your mind that you can probably be in prison. There are doors of sickness when we talk about the hospital. There are doors that are shut that relationship. It could be anything, right? It really can be. But when I was thinking about this, I know I'm going to have to come back and revisit it. But when I was thinking about these doors, I was thinking about my life. Here again, thinking about what was taking place with me. And I'm just going to be short with this. One time that I had a door open, I should have closed it. And I'm gonna just get a tad bit personal. I don't really like to be personal too much because I'm here to be impactful, to motivate, and to inspire. And I hope you are inspired by this. Hey, Candace, how you doing, girl? It's good seeing you. Um, And with that being said, um, a door that I should have closed in my life. Um, you do things young, and you may have regrets, but they bring you to a point of you have these experiences. So they're no longer regrets; they're your experiences if you learn from them. But sometimes you do things when you're young, you're naive, you didn't think about it. You just things just happen. Well, anyway, this particular door that should have been closing to me was regarding one of my daughters. And I'm a baby mama, and the young lady was a baby mama. And where at the time we were young, we didn't get along. There's my truth, her truth, and then there's the truth. But people perceive different things. So I would speak to the young lady, she'd speak to me. And this one particular day, we had a conversation, and she wanted to go back 20 years. At this point, when I spoke to her, my daughter's been out of college for at least one of Krista's been out of college for 16 years. Okay, so that means she's over 20, and so has Jazz. My why has always been Jazz and Crystal. Everyone knows that they now have their own family. So the why is Cassandra Pickett. I'm working on her. But this particular why, this particular door that should have been closed, is that um, we had a conversation about some things that was more about our truths and more about what had happened in our life. And if you know me, I'm not going to let you get a word in because I got some things to say too. So we had it was always bubbling, but this time it came on out, it spilled on out at it wasn't at a professional setting, but we had some talks and we was comparing stories. Here again, like I said, it's my truth, her truth, and the truth. But this particular time, there were some things that she wanted to share about some things that she didn't like and what she thought I had said or heard or whatever. And I began to tell her what I thought and heard, and we kind of went back and forth. Then I heard her voice say, "Just be quiet," because it wasn't going anywhere. Nobody was winning. She wasn't going to win. I wasn't going to win. But let me tell you what happened. I allowed her to speak whatever truth that she was speaking, right? And she spoke her truth. And I said, let's go ahead and deal with this now because I'm not going to go back again. So next time I see you, we're not going to go back 20, 30 years about something that we're dealing with right now. Let's close this door and let's be done with this. Okay. There were some other things that I could have said, but most times silence just kills it. So we said what we needed to say. I was done with what I had to say, but it stayed with me. And at the time, my mom was living, Sister Abel, Brenda Abel, and I talked to her about it. And I said, this really bothered me because I need to close this door. I'm tired of dealing with this. I'm tired of talking about this. Every time we speak, you could see it, or it was there, that big elephant in the room. And I began to tell my mom at the time, what was going on, and I just said, I'm going places. I'm no longer living 20 years ago in that. I am here now. And I'm not going to let this get into my spirit anymore. I need this door closed. So after talking to my mom, of course, she was a Bible teacher, a Sunday school teacher. She was always having these parables and stuff. And at the time, I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say I wasn't saved. I was. I just didn't want to hear what she had to say. Okay, but she was right. Pray about it and give it to God. And this is not so much as a Bible sermon or anything like that. I'm talking about anything, any door that you have open. Allow God to close it. So I prayed about that thing. And I said, God, I don't want to live in this because I'm not here anymore at this time in my life. I am done. So with that being said, God released me from it. He healed me totally. from that situation, and I really am grateful for it, right? And I don't revisit that issue or with that person that happened 20 years ago because it's over. So I'm saying to you, anything that you have in your life, anything that people say when one door opens, another one closed. Make sure that door is closed. Make sure it's locked and sealed. I believe in that, in those sayings, but you also need to make sure that what you've done in your past, that you're able to walk away from it, that it don't keep calling you. It don't keep coming back to you. Okay. And that's what was happening to me in that particular situation. You know, and also be able to forgive. I'm dealing with one of my daughters with it. Forgiveness is more for us than it is for the other person. And then sometimes if they're not ready, if the other person's not ready to receive forgiveness, you know, tell your father, universe, whoever you believe in, and get it off for you. Sometimes you can't go tell them people ask them to forgive, because then it'll blow up again, open up another door. But I'm just saying that to say that people, God has a lot of good things in store for us. And going back 20, 30 years, we got more ahead of us than we have behind us. And I am so grateful that I was able to close that door. I got some other things I need to do now. I'm not perfect, but that particular door, we're not going to revisit that. But I may expound on this a little bit more about these doors. But even door to your health, start working on your health. I'm working on me, my health. I have always been a petite type person, and I go to Starbucks every day. So, Sister Michelle, that's, I ain't tell you that. I let it be on you, but at the same time, I go every day too, right? And you gain a few pounds. You need to start working on that. At least I am talking about me, no one else, right? I'm working on some things in my life that, hey, I want to do better. I just want to do better. Even with mental health. I thank God that people are recognizing that people do struggle with mental health. And mental health don't have to be that you're crazy. Mental health means that you may need to take a mental health day from whatever the things that you're doing. I love rainbow sherbet, going to Mayberry's, and with that being said, I go to Mayberry at a drop of a dime, okay? But we're talking about these doors. Here again, um, reading a book, when I looked at it, I didn't read it to its entirety, but it kind of went back and started talking about your life, like your cognitive years, 5 years old, 10 years old, 15. I'm just hypothetically speaking, things that should have been closed that is still open. And you could be dealing with family issues. I mean, we all have. Your family basically, they get you ready for the world. They present you. So it's like when I deal with somebody and they kind of strange, I was like, I know you. You my cousin, such and such. You aren't this. You aren't that. And it's kind of funny, but that's how we identify ourselves with people. What we are familiar with, right? But I'm looking at now doors of opportunity. Look for opportunity in every situation that there is. I don't care what door it is. Look for an opportunity to say, hey, I can move forward from this. And that's what I'm learning. When every door, and I'm even saying, God, even enemies, they're a door to opportunity. If you didn't know that, I heard it from Mike Murdoch. Mike Murdoch, he's a preacher, wealth preacher, whatever he talks about. But doors, knowing what door to close, and asking God what doors to open. Hey, if you like this, comment, let me know that you really, like what I had to say. These are my views only. I'm only speaking from my heart of what I have to say, what I think. They can always, this just my opinion. And can I learn from something else? Yeah, I can. We all can. All right. Um, please check me out. Look at some of the other podcasts I've done, where we talked about goals. We talked about, hey, the time. Now we're talking about doors. Because if you want to propel and you want to move into anything, any season, you really need to close those doors and then open some new opportunities for you. I mean, it's just a wealth of things. Things are moving so fast. And why worry about what's in the past? Why do that? But I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch me tonight on a Friday at 8:17. And thank you. I will come back and talk to you again. But have a good evening. Remember, when one door closes, another opens. But remember, you need to lock that door, and you take care of yourself and have a good one. Thank you so much. Love you all.